It ain't the one with the little fruit on the front of it. It's a Dell. It's an XPS 13 and XPS 15. So the innovation you think around this zero infinity display and being able to put 8 million pixels in front of our end users with no compromise in performance with 8 hours or 18 hours of battery life, there's been tremendous innovation. And then I think about what Windows 10 enables, and Windows 10 around security, around pen and touch, the ability to have a much more rich and immersive experience. I think we've not seen the end of PC innovation. We are just at the beginning of it. And the fact that someone like Microsoft is investing to continue to build out the Windows ecosystem as an alternative to others and continues to reinforce the capabilities of PCs, more power to them. We love it. They're great partners. They're not competing against us. We're building an ecosystem for the long run, and we think about what we can do now with desktop, notebook, Internet of Things, tablet, rugged, gaming. There is an endless step of innovation. And I think, again, it will be around your eyes. It will be around how you interact with a product. Whose notebooks, what ecosystem in the world you actually touch and interact with your notebooks today? It's a Windows environment. So we're going to take that and derive it into gesture, into other forms of natural user interface that will make the Windows platform and what we do very differentiated and innovative in the marketplace. I could go on, but that probably starts.
Next question in the middle of the room.
Hi, Stu Miniman from Wikibon. So there was an announcement today, which was a little surprising to some of us, that the VirtuStream assets are going to be spun out and be part of VMware. So my question is, how much does Dell look at themselves as suppliers to the hyperscale players, and how much should you own the cloud assets yourself? We see Oracle, HP, and others building their own cloud. So how do you see that balance?
You know, Marius can address the hyperscale business. I'll let him sort of address the business, and then I'll try to address your VirtuStream question. Go ahead.
Well, the hyperscale business has been one of our fastest growing businesses today. You got in oil and gas and automotive, research in studying institutions have been making significant investments, and Dell's been a significant partner in enabling them to achieve new heights, if you will, in being able to do greater analytics, genome sequencing, for example, in the healthcare. Big part of our overall compute and storage ecosystem. We've been very excited about it, and again, one of our fastest growing markets for us here at Dell.
Yeah, I think if you step back and you look at it from a workload standpoint, you have, call it 160 million workloads in the enterprise, and about 30 million of them are non-virtualized. They're kind of physical only today. Maybe some of those additional of those get virtualized over time. Then you have, you know, maybe 10 to 15 million that are in the public cloud. The rest are on-premise in one form or another. So, you know, VirtuStream, as an offering for mission-critical applications like SAP, what VMware has done with the vCloud Air, vCloud Network. Certainly we understand some of the plans that they have. We're not going to speak to that. They're separate companies for now, but we're comfortable with the steps that are being taken.
The only other piece, Michael, I'd add is that most cloud providers and web tech providers today are our customers. Right? So we have been suppliers and partners with many of the web tech community for a very, very long time. Right? So our philosophy has always been, we would rather enable our customers than compete with our customers. So you'll see more and more of what we do, especially, for example, in our cloud strategy and our hybrid cloud strategy is how do we help create an on-ramp from an on-prem, off-prem private cloud bursting to a public cloud, containerized manner so you can repatriate back and manage it appropriately, but leveraging our customers that are building public cloud ecosystems. It's a good symbiotic way for us both to work together and create more demand for their services and then for our infrastructure and for our capabilities. We found that to be a much better approach than actually going out and telling our customers we're going to compete with them.
Question in the second row.
Hi, I'm Ken Hess with ZDNet. And my question is, did you see Meg Whitman's comments about the EMC purchase?
30 seconds and counting on the time.
I did, yes.
And what's your reaction to those?
Well, where's Rich? How come you aren't up here, Rich? I was going to give you a question. You know, I think HP is a great VMware partner. I don't have any other comment.
Question in the second row on the left.
I think she got some of the facts wrong, but we'll let the facts speak for themselves.
Bertrand Guerre from L'Informaticien, an IT Pro magazine in France. There is another trend also in the data center for the enterprises. It's all around the automation and orchestration. It means that all the trend around software-defined something. Could you streamline and not disclose, I'm sure you will do it tomorrow morning, your strategy or the places of software in the next company?
Yeah, John, you want to take a shot at that?
Look, I think as private cloud becomes an offering on top of converged infrastructure hardware, which are two areas that Dell is particularly strong, the points you're making about the automation of those workloads becomes incredibly important. You got to be able to manage them, measure them, secure them. And the combination of Dell and VMware and the hardware and software capabilities that we have make that story much stronger. So I think that's part of the grand theory of the universe that Michael is going to share tomorrow. So I don't want to steal more of his thunder. But you're absolutely right. You need, if you're going to get the efficiency out of all of this converged infrastructure hardware, you need to surround it with software.
We have time for one last question on the right.
Hi, thank you for taking our question. This is a question on behalf of the entire Chinese press contingent. So we know that China is one of the largest markets for Dell, and especially after Dell became private, China's strategy has been even more aggressive than before. But yet at the same time, the China market is more competitive. So how you deal with it, ever-growing competition. And also, in the past, cloud was represented by the internet companies after the acquisition of EMC by Dell. What are the big players such as yourself can bring to the table, that is to the cloud market? And in short, what is your ambition for the PC market, since you talk about your commitment to the PCs? Thank you.
So, I was just in China. Marius and all of us are in China on quite a regular basis. China's become our second largest market, after the United States, and we made some rather significant announcements about our ongoing investments in China, creating products unique for the Chinese market. I won't go over all those again that we did last month, but in the last quarterly period, our business in China grew 10% on a year-over-year basis. And so, as we understand it, that's quite a favorable outcome as compared to the overall industry. And our business there, whether it's in PCs or certainly in the data center, working with a lot of the cloud providers over there to help them build out their clouds. Marius, you want to talk about some of the things we're doing? Because I think the data center business in particular in China has been quite a healthy business.
Yes, at the macro sense, there is the desire. Internet Plus is a big initiative within China. We clearly want to participate, contribute, design, and develop intellectual property that helps enable the Internet Plus initiative across the board. A lot of initiatives around how do you do better energy utilization, better energy efficiency across multiple industries. So as part of the announcement that Michael made is some of the collaboration that we're doing with the Academy of Science and also enabling the research that'll help develop indigenous IP that is there specifically for China. So a number of things we're doing. All of the core large web tech customers, players in China are our customers today. So clearly that is a partnership and engagement that we have ongoing. So as Michael said, significant investments in country, in China, for China. Large partnerships that we're embarking on and signing on to go develop content, develop intellectual property in China, again, to drive better energy utilization, Internet Plus initiatives across the board.
And we now have, I think, almost, how many is it, 12,000 stores? Just under 12,000 Dell exclusive stores in China. We're pushing hard into tier 4 through 7 cities and absolutely see lots of growth opportunities there. I believe in China, the home penetration rate of PCs is about 35%. I think it's 10% in India, 67% in Malaysia, 90+% here in the United States. So we see markets like China and India, other key markets in Southern Asia as enormous growth opportunities, and we continue to invest.
And just one last comment on the PC side. Our view is the market is consolidating. The 3 largest OEMs today have roughly 55% share. We think that will move towards 75% by 2020. We are going to be a consolidator in the market. We're going to be a winner in the marketplace. We just had our 11th consecutive quarter of share growth, which is the largest string in a decade. And we're going to continue to keep the priorities around the PC and its importance in our entire value chain, but with our PC customers as well, and really drive that business and take advantage of what we believe is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of the market consolidating.
Great. Thank you all very much.